Go sleep. Hang on.
Great game, man. Good luck the rest of the way, man. Do your thing, man. Yeah.
Wasn't the best, but I think we
That was
both
a late birthday
up.
present. That was a late birthday present.
All right, I love you. Yeah, man. And 1 wasn't our prettiest win. We knew it was going to be difficult. Arrowhead, goddamn, they made it hard. But definitely happy to come out here with a win. First win against the Chiefs since Andy's been here. That's huge for us.
Let's do it here.
Hey man, big dub on Monday night, man. So proud of this team, all the fight that we have, man. Fly Eagles fly.
Came back to Philly with a win. Go Eagles.
It ain't never over till it's over, baby. Go Birds all day. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Jalen, so much hype around this game. How do you think it measured up?
This is a very competitive game, man. Two really good teams going at it in a hostile environment. You know, we showed up when it matters the most, man. That's a complete team win, a complete team effort. Sloppy weather, nothing. I mean, we found a way. I don't even know what to say, you know. Didn't get first down. We were horrible. But we didn't play good offensively. Our defense definitely had us strong in that game, and they did a great job of playing ball. Keep going, bro. You know, in this league, man, you get to this time of the year, you just want to find ways to win, and that's the only thing that matters.
Just pitching a shutout in that second half.
They just played a great game. They played a great game. We're able to contain them. We didn't help them out enough, but we found a way to win. You know, I think the beautiful thing about this is, you know, we're winning games and we still have got to play our best ball. So there's a lot to work for.
What did it take from your football team to win this game 60 minutes in Arrowhead?
Just continue to fight, man. You know, first half we didn't play our standard of football, but we came out second half and put some things together. That's the sign of being a resilient team, man. Just going out there doing the things you need to do. It was just a matter of us just going out there, you know, putting the drives together, let defense do what they do. Not a single high man coverage, safety coming down, so, you know, we just took advantage of the shot. Knew the safety was going to come down, it was going to be one-on-one. We just took advantage of the shot. God is great, man.
Well, that means God's an Eagle fan, I guess, right?
We played sloppy, left a lot of points on the board, but a win's a win, so I'm happy with it. Defense played their ass off.
They apparently at halftime said we're going to goose egg them in the second half, and they did.
Hats off to defense, man. They saved our ass.
About the character of this team being able to pull this out when there are a lot of things that went wrong in the first half.
Just that we're relentless. You know, we dogs at the end of the day. That's what we preach, dog mentality. You can see it around the building, everywhere you go. And that's all it was. Like I said earlier, we were relentless. We settled. We came back out. We played our brand of football.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Pass to Devontae, that was something that you saw that you checked to. Could you take us through that moment and what you saw and how big it was in that moment?
I don't know. I think those things just kind of come to you in the game, and you know, we hadn't really been efficient offensively. Wasn't on the same page on the interception, on the turnover we had some communication things in that hostile environment we played in. But in the end, it's just about finding a way to win, you know, and whether things come to myself or we're just communicating between the receivers and I, or just talking through the game and what we're seeing, trying to take advantage of stuff. It was a great catch by him. Timely playing the game, you know, just thinking about the opportunities we may have had early on in the game that we didn't take advantage of. All I can say is, you know, you make those plays when you need to make those plays, and I'm just happy how we responded today, and I'm happy how our defense played.
What do you think of the defense today? You mentioned the defense. What do you think of their performance?
They played a hell of a game. We're very, very, very challenging towards the opposing team. So they did a great job. And in the end, they got us the ball back, and we ended in victory. You know, and that's a great feeling.
One after trailing at halftime, what was the moment like? The adjustment, working through those things at halftime.
I don't think. You talk about an adjustment. I don't think there was necessarily a huge adjustment in the game. I don't think we played clean tonight. I don't think we played to our standard, nowhere near our standard. But I think the thing that you can't test or quantify is the resilience that a team has, and the ability to persevere and see through things, overcome things. And this team has that. And so, you know, we've yet to, you know, put up a performance to our standard, but, you know, we're continuing to find ways to win. And when you win games like we've won games, that builds a ton of character. And, you know, we're kind of in, I guess, character development mode with the games we've played and how we've won. And it'll only serve us great things in the future.
Hey, Jalen, I know you want to win anywhere, anytime, any week, but given that this team beat you in the Super Bowl, is there a psychological benefit to beating them in the next time you play them?
No, man. I think, you know, we're truly taking it 1 week at a time, one game at a time. You know, I think that one hit. I think we had different versions of doing it, but in the end, you know, we found a way to do it. You know, it's truly a game of inches. Truly a game of inches. Whether it be hitting the block, hitting the crease, or finding the hole, you know, we found a way. Smitty making a big-time play at the end of the game. Defense showing up the way that they did and getting off the field.
What do you guys like when things aren't going well for you guys, like from, you know, the end of the first quarter through the third quarter, like, you know, what's kind of going on in your mind? What's going on with the guys on the sideline and everything? What are you guys saying?
It's you know, there's a calmness there, and you have to truly remain in control, and I just try not to never get too high, never get too low. Obviously, the standard is the standard. You want to play to a high standard all the time, but things happen. Turnovers happen. But negative plays happen, sacks happen, big plays, giving up big plays defensively, those happen. But it's just about never getting too high, never getting too low. And I think that is I think that's just the character and the identity of this team right now. and I think we're still building. I think we're still learning. We got a ton to improve on. We're truly taking it 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time, 1 rep at a time in practice. But there's a ton of opportunity out there for us. We just have to continue to have the growth mindset that we have and just continue to get better.
Follow up on that. You've been speaking for months about finding the identity of the team. Is this the type of win that shows you the identity of the team?
No, it's not. Maybe you guys, but I think just for us, just never getting too high, never getting too low. Right? You win a whole bunch of different ways in this league, and I think everyone that's watching the game or whoever has to accept that. And in the end, winning is the only thing that matters. And so, we continue to find ways to do that. It's a great thing for us. We continue to have a growth mindset and strive to play to our standard. That'll only serve us great things in the future as well. So there's an eagerness just to continue to get better. By any means, am I satisfied? I know my teammates, I know the guys in that locker room aren't satisfied either. But I just want to continue to grow, and there's an eagerness to do so.
The last one, what compelled you to run along and slap all of this?
There's a lot of them out there, so I wanted to, show them some love. Show them some love. We always travel well, and we definitely appreciate it. Coming out here. I don't think so. Have I done it before? Okay. All right.
Simple is we just got to be better in the second half. All season long we haven't played great football in the second half, so we have to continue to work. Obviously, had a pretty good first half running the football, but we got to find a way to finish games offensively.
Is there something consistent with the second halves? And obviously, it's 3 straight without scoring. Is there something consistent over those 3?
Not necessarily. Today it was penalties and just miscues, yeah, we just got to find ways to score. At the end of the day, defense is playing great football, has been all year. Offense, we got to find ways to finish football games.
Patrick, you talked about running the football. Isaiah Pacheco got out to a quick start. What changed in the second half?
They came up and they forced us to throw the football, and we didn't answer the bell. I didn't make good enough passes in certain situations, and we have to prove that we can do both. We can't be just running, can't be just passing. We have to prove that we can do both, and that's something we have to continue to work on as the season continues.
What was the message to MVS and the receivers afterward, just trying to keep their heads up?
Yeah, they know I'm gonna keep firing it. That's just who I am. I'm gonna fire it to the guy who's open, and they're usually they're gonna make the plays. It happens. I threw an interception in the red zone if I just flattened J. Watt off. That didn't just lose the game. There was a lot of stuff that happened throughout the game, and so you just gotta keep firing.
Patrick, are you finding at all that the receivers are just not quite as much on the same page as you would hope by this time of year? Because there seems to be a few plays every game where just go in different directions.
Yeah, I don't think it's just me and the receiver. I think offensively we're just not where I would want to be at this point in the season, and that's everybody. Starts with me. I got to make better throws at certain times. We have to continue to move the ball down the field and just be more consistent thoroughly throughout the game.
What about Watson? You targeted him 11 times. I think he catches. What was it that they weren't doing, I guess, that allowed him to be so much open for them? It seems like UBS couldn't.
Yeah, they were doing a good job of trying to do whatever they could to take Travis away and the run game away, and so other guys have to step up and make plays. And today that was J. Watt, and so he made a lot of good plays in the game, and we'll continue that as we continue throughout the season.
Hey, Patrick, on that last throw to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, how much regret do you have with the fact that it didn't work out? You had to play, you had to look, you wanted.
Yeah, I have no regret. They triple teamed Travis, so I went to the guy that won downfield, and Marquez won. Just didn't come away with the ball. I could probably throw a little bit shorter. He was that open. So, yeah, you just got to continue to try to get better and better. Defense is keeping us in games, and if we can find a way to just get a little bit better as an offense, we're going to win a lot of these games.
After the third quarter, you had a couple of throws down the field, one to MVS, one to Watson. That you guys seemed like maybe a little bit off kilter. What did you see on those 2 plays you didn't think?
Yeah, they brought a cover zero on the one to MVS, and he won, but it was kind of running towards the sideline, so I tried to put some air on it to let him turn around and catch it. Obviously, with the slick field, didn't work out. And then the one to Watson, I think if I stretch my drop a little bit and put some air on the football, we can get it. I mean, he beat a great corner. But those are the little things in the second half that you have to be better at, and you can't miss those shots.
What gives you optimism that this group can put a full game together offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I know how hard the guys work at the end of the day. And you see it. I mean, the first half, you could see the guys moving down the field. You could see we've had spurts where we've played good football offensively. But all you can do is go to work and try to get better and better. Obviously, I'm disappointed we lost today. I like a lot of the guys in the locker, everybody in the locker room. And so guys will come back to work and knowing we're going to play a tough Raiders team this next week on a short week, and we have to find a way to win against a division opponent.
Patrick, you mentioned a couple times them taking away the running game. Is that, I'm guessing that's been pretty infrequent during your career that you've seen the defense make that.
Yeah, I mean, we just usually play the game whatever the game dictates. If they're taking away the running game, we pass it, and if they're letting us run the football, we run it. That's just how we've worked throughout my career, and we haven't done it consistent enough offensively to be the offense that we want to be. But like I said, all we can do is work at it and try to get better and better, and try to play our best football going into the playoffs.
How much concern do you have, if any, that the second half performances will continue going further?
I mean, I don't have any concern because I'm going to do whatever I can to play the best football I can. I know the other guys are going to do the same. And if you have concern, then you don't win football games. And so I believe in the guys that we have in the locker room, and we'll come to work with that mentality if we're going to find a way to fix it.
Patrick, so much is made about this game being, a Super Bowl rematch, but in the grand scheme of things, how tough was it?
I mean, that's a great football team. We played, I thought, a great game. Obviously, offensively, in the second half, we didn't play well, but the defense did a great job against a great team, and we were putting them in a lot of bad situations. And so there's positives that you can find. I'll watch film and find them tomorrow. But at the same time, we went up against one of the best, if not the best, NFC team, and we were this close. And, I mean, in the NFL, if you don't make those plays in those big moments in the red zone and in those 2-minute drills, then you lose, and that's what we did today.
All right, thank you.
No. I mean, we knew going against Coach Reid, it was going to be one of those gritty games. We knew they well-coached team against another well-coached team. And we just had to make sure that we just stayed together because we knew they was going to make plays. I mean, Mahomes is a great quarterback. I mean, obviously, we know all about him. So it was just more about making sure that we made more plays than him, and and to make sure we stopped them on third and fourth down. When they wanted to go for it. So I'm just proud of the team because we just didn't flinch. That's what I like.
He's really not a whole lot to mention. McColl's thumb. He hurt in the first half. I thought Kadarius did a nice job stepping in for him in the punt game. I thought the crowd was great, tonight, and we've just got to do a better job. I thought our defense played tremendous football, aggressive. Had all those sacks in the first half. Chris Jones had a nice game. Second half, first half the offense played well, and the second half we didn't play well. So we'll get that straight. And too many penalties. They're hurting us in our drives. Turnovers in the red zone, and then drops. So we've just got to take care of business here. I've got guys that I know. They're obviously playing their hearts out the best they possibly can, and they'll keep working at it. And we'll get these two halves equaled here as we go forward. But again, we had no points, which is obvious to you, but no points in the second half. We got to take care of that. All right, with that, time's yours.
This is the third straight game you haven't scored in the second half. What is it about the second half that's really giving you guys problems?
Yeah, Adam, I think we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. I've got to do a better job helping out with that, and then, my guys have got to do the same thing. So we've all got to pick it up a notch there the second half. We're just not as sharp there. We'll work on that.
And did you sense that any particular element, whether it's the downfield passing in the second half, that snowballs once guys are aware of it, that it becomes a thing?
No, I don't think so. I think penalties or drive stoppers. Guys that I've seen catch before didn't necessarily make the catch. I mean, these are good players. We're okay. We just got to get that straight. You're playing a good football team. I mean, they've done a heck of a job there with that football team. And so, you play a good team. You can't lose a turnover battle. I mean, they're undefeated when they win the turnover battle. So, and then you add the penalties to it, a couple of drops to it. So we got to take care of that.
And you had the number of drops that you referred to, but also it seemed like a number of plays where Patrick and the receiver just weren't quite on the same page. Are you surprised this late in the season after a bye that just?
Yeah, I think they were on the same page. We were maybe off a tick, but we'll, they're on the same. They know the route they're running and how to run it, and Pat knows where to go with it. And we got to do a better job of connecting on it.
What did you sense that Philly was doing to take Travis out of the game? Did you sense some frustration there from him, especially in that second half?
I didn't feel the frustration other than not with him not getting the ball because he was all in there with that. He had a couple catches there down the stretch, so in the second half. But we just got to do a little better job there.
Andy, how concerned are you that this is going to be a trend going forward halfway through the season? You're seeing some mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I buy all that. I mean, I've seen teams change things around quick in this league, so we got to take care of business there and get it done. So I'm not standing here having to talk to you guys about this. I want to get it right, and so I'm a part of that too.
Coach, in Germany, I asked you about it earlier, you're talking about it now. Is there something that you're seeing on film that they may continue to do that they haven't worked out just yet?
So penalties, normally you can take care of those things on certain penalties. And we've just got to do that. We've got to make sure that we're taking care of the penalties that are our problem and not, and you don't put it in the hands of the officials there. You don't want to do that. So, but we just got to take care of business there.
Coach, I know the nature of talking about penalties, but the false start on Reid was a bit puzzling to a lot of people. Did you get a satisfactory explanation?
I didn't get it. No, I didn't. I mean, they said, I don't know, that he dipped his rear end. I mean, he does that a lot, so that's not the first time. I mean, centers do that, so they look around. But I'll look at it. I got that and a different answer from someone else. So, anyways, that's what it is.
Darius, is it just a matter of him being more healthy, being more involved, or is it have an emphasis in your self-scouting?
Yeah, well, we did tonight. Yeah. So it's mainly the health part. I mean, he had a great week of practice. I've been cautious with him with his knee. We upped his load this week, and he handled it. Yeah, did a good job.
Coach, what you saw on the turnovers, it looked like Travis had the ball put away. It was a good punch. What did you see on the interceptions they had?
Yeah, they did a good job with him. They made the play. So anyways, yeah, they made the play. I mean, I can put the guys in better spots there too. So, but the bottom line was they made the play. So.
Coach, say Isaiah got off to a good start in the first half. What was it that Philly did in the second half?
Yeah, we didn't. We probably didn't sustain our control of their defensive line that second half. We didn't have as good a run production. So it wasn't really anything that they did necessarily other than us just execute a little bit better.
On the defensive side, Trent McDuffie with the 2 sacks, and he seemed to be playing with a lot of fire tonight. And he and Snead both combined to hold AJ around to just one catch.
Yeah, I thought they did a heck of a job. Those are 2 of the best receivers around, so I thought they did a heck of a job.
All right.
Yeah.
He's emerged as one of the top corners in the National Football League in his second year. Number 22, Trent McDuffie. And, man, this one
super frustrating because it looked like at halftime a chance to run away and hide from these guys. Your thoughts overall?
Man, like you said, it was tough, Always sucks losing, but I got a lot of pride in what this defense showed, what this team showed as a unit. I mean, special teams, offense was putting up points early in the game, defense was holding to a shutout, and you can really tell that these guys, that we care, and you can really see the chemistry out there. And I feel like that was the biggest thing that propelled us in that first half before things kind of went wacky was just the camaraderie. I mean, the overall just tenacity that we played with was really fun to be a part of tonight.
Your first half as a defense, Hurts had 5 completions, sacked him 5 times, 2 by you, completely dominated. Let's talk about your role as a blitzer. We know that you can cover. How much fun are you having because you're getting a lot of stuff done?
I love it. I mean, Spags, he gonna blitz me every now and then, but tonight, I was on them, let it rip. For whatever reason, they wasn't picking me up, and I was coming free, and man, I haven't been that open on blitzes in a while. So big credit to Coach Spags and his game planning and play calling, and man, I was just happy I was back there and go get a sack, man. It's been a while. It's been since last year against Rush, so I was happy to get another one.
Well, you got 2 of them in the first half, and then you got your hands on a couple bubble screens that were close. What about defending those wide screens?
Yeah, that's something that Coach Spags harps on all the time, something the DBs look at all the time, and we knew that in certain calls, it was a check that they were going to do, and man, I just made a play on the ball. Knew that they was going to throw it out, knew they saw what we were going to do, so yeah, instincts.
I noticed this last year, though. I was so impressed with your maturity and understanding. So now as a team, how important is it you don't lose this game twice?
Yeah.
Like, it's a short week. Here come the Raiders.
Right. Yeah, that's something that even Coach Reid just hit on after the game was it is a short week. So obviously, we're going to look over this film, pour over this film. I'm sure, man, guys like me are going to go home, watch the film tonight, watch it tomorrow, try to clean it up. But, man, we play again on Sunday, so you definitely got to wrap this one up, put it behind you, set it aside, and go ahead and focus on the next team ahead.
And how much of a leadership role do you take in the DB room or with the defense or with the team now of making sure guys don't lose this game twice?
Yeah, man, I'm one of those guys that I don't need the big rah-rah, I don't need to be in front of the team, but just always trying to give positivity, always trying to just support others each and every day. Every day I go into the stadium, I'm trying to put a smile on somebody's face because it's a long season. That's something that I feel like just God puts in my spirit is just go try to change somebody else's lives each day. So just trying to do the best I can, be the best me, and hopefully that pays off.
One of the top-rated corners in the league, and he showed it tonight as the Chiefs lose to the Eagles 21-17.
For a 3-score lead, forcing them to score. How hard is it defensively to stay up, stay positive when you're getting the ball back to the offense and the lead is remaining the same?
We got a lot of hope in Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid in this offense. They have scored a lot of points, and we never once doubt them. We always have their back. We always trust we get them the ball back, that they have opportunity to score, and I don't think that's going to change after one game.
It seemed like when Pat got picked off in the end zone, you took that personally. You had 2 sacks on the next drive to get the ball right back, give the offense a chance to get the lead. Can you just talk about why you guys were successful with the pass rush and how good it felt to get a sack again after a couple games without one?
I think overall we've been really good throughout the year as a pass rush as a unit. I think we got a lot of good guys taking rush the passer. We got George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, both got, 6.5 sacks. So you look at the overall group and the success we've had as rushing the passer, I think that's not what we look forward to. What we're looking at. But if you put us in passing situations, I think we excel in that. I think we're more so stopping the run. I think they had over 120 on us today, so that's a point of emphasis towards this week. We gotta, as much as we excel in pass rushing, we gotta stop the run.
Chris, what was Aiden's message to you guys right after the game?
Improvement, accountability. Can't drag it on. We got a big division game coming up. Oakland Raiders on a team that's been on the road since they got the new coach. So, can't hang our head on this, but we definitely can improve. We got a lot of improvement to do.
Chris, as the leader of the defense, what can you see in your corners, man, LJ and Trent?
Listen, LJ's been holding his own all year, him and Trent. I think on the big one, we rushed 5. We got to get there as a defense. We know those guys are one-on-one, giving them more than 4 or 5 seconds to pat the ball. I think we putting the corners at harm. So definitely take it up on the D-line that we got to be better at that, especially when Spags is giving us all one-on-ones. But our corner's been doing a heck of a job all year of holding their own.
Talk about the job he did on A.J. Brown.
I mean, he's been doing it game in, game out. You look at the job he's done on Justin Jefferson in Minnesota. I mean, Snead's been answering the call all year. We put him on the best receiver week in and week out, and he's been holding his own.
You mentioned accountability a couple times, Chris. As one of the team leaders, how do you make sure that happens, that some of these young players are held accountable and everyone's on the same page moving forward?
I think it is to be voiced in the point of emphasis of the week. You know, during the team meeting, you kind of want to establish that. What's the point of emphasis of this week? And I think accountability would be one of them.
In the first half, you had the 5 sacks, holding to 78 yards. Is there anything in the second half you could really put your finger on that you felt like you were
The quarterback draw. Quarterback draw. Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Can y'all feel that? Can you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? Can you feel what we're about to get into? They don't respect us. They don't know about our heart, man. That thing is beating in your doggone chest right now. Whatever you got today, I got to have it.